Hello, viewers, and welcome to another episode of Current Affairs Essentials. This time, we are going to talk about the most sought after event of this year, the US elections. 3rd November 2020, that's the day when Americans went to the polls. They began voting for the next president. Now, they had a choice between Donald Trump, the Republican incumbent president, and his Democratic challenger and former Vice President Joe Biden. And then, after that day, the whole world awaited for the results, because somehow or the other, this decision that the Americans took would impact every individual in the world. As we all know, that Joe Biden finally won. Now let's focus on why Biden actually won, right? The first point was, climate change is definitely a big deal in the world today. And Trump had actually not acted for it, rather pulled away from the Paris Agreement, which promised countries to join hands in fighting against the climate change. Biden, in his election campaign, had promised to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord, and this may help countries such as India in dealing with the massive challenges, both technical as well as financial, on this front. Most importantly, after 4 years, American citizens wanted anyone but Trump, so it was more of Trump's defeat rather than Biden's win. They wanted a conventional government rather than the infantile name calling, ugly language, and the ceaseless confrontation. Biden promised to return to more decent politics. Demographics had changed a lot, with white vote share dipping, who supported Trump heavily against the immigrants, right? So since Trump acted for the American white people, however, the vote share of the white people actually dipped, right? And it was more of immigrants and non-white people who had voted. That actually proved to be disadvantageous for Trump. Most importantly, support of women for Democrats grew a lot, especially within the black community after the infamous case of George Floyd. Plus, many Americans have voted Biden with the hope that he will restore US's standings in the world, especially with its allies in Europe. Now let's understand. So Trump was actually a great leader who worked for America. I mean, he kept America ahead in terms of all of his policies. He in fact improved the economy after 2016 a lot, since he was a businessman after all, and he had greatly succeeded in bringing back the much needed blue collar or the labor related jobs. But something which definitely went against him was the vast immigrant population and his unruly tweets. To add to this misery, Americans suspected his credentials to fight the coronavirus pandemic, which caused many deaths and the loss of 11 million American jobs over the last 8 months. His biggest failure was his inability to build a team, with key members of his earlier team going away, and a country like US cannot function without that. After all this, because of the several positives that he had, contrary to the popular belief, the defeat was very marginal. Now let's understand the impact of all of this on India. A recent analysis by expert of CARE Ratings, which is a very famous credit rating agency, shows that over the past 20 years, India has always had a trade surplus with the US. Now, what do you mean by trade surplus? Trade surplus means the exports that a country is making should actually be more than the imports, so that a country sells more and gains more revenue rather than importing and adding to its cost. In fact, the US is the 5th biggest source of foreign direct investment, which means investment in the physical assets inside India into India, right? It means the investment in terms of money in the companies operating in terms of India in terms of manufacturing and services, and these companies can be a mix of Indian as well as foreign companies. Now, we all know that how a US president looks at the H-1B visa issue affects the prospects of Indian youth far more than the youth of any other country in the world. Under Trump, who severely curtailed the visa regime owing to his policy of America first, India had suffered the most. And H-1B visa is actually a non-immigrant visa that allows American companies to employ foreign workers in specialty and niche occupations that require theoretical or technical expertise. And this was the primary reason for the state of Arizona, where majority of the Indian youth reside, and they had ensured that Biden wins in their state of Arizona, and that is the reason this state was in fact closely watched towards the end. Also in 2019, President Trump had terminated India's designation as a beneficiary developing nation under the GSP trade program after determining that India had not assured the US that it will provide equitable and reasonable access to its markets. Further, under the Trump administration, the US sanctions which were imposed on Iran severely limited India's sourcing of cheap crude oil, because Iran accounts for more than 80% of the oil that India imports. And these sanctions on Iran actually proved very bad for India in terms of procuring cheap oil from Iran. On China, it is more likely that a Biden administration will help India against China instead of clubbing the two together. I mean, although we believe that Biden can still prove beneficial for India, yet Biden has been disappointed by the measures that the government of India has taken with the implementation of the National Register of Citizens in Assam and the passage of the Citizenship Amendment Act into law. I mean, although this law was started with good intent, yet Democrats were always inclusive. So this might definitely cause an issue in actually reducing terrorism acts, which had seen a major downturn under Trump's leadership. So this still remains to be seen as to what will happen. So folks, stay in touch and let us see what Biden does in terms of defining the policies which will massively impact the way world operations are run amidst the current economic and life scare that coronavirus has already caused. And all that remains to be seen is, for a country like India, whether the Democrats coming into power will prove to be beneficial than the period when Trump had actually supported India and beyond. Thank you.